Hey, what's going on, family? Once again, this O, Body Bio Tactical, Assistant Director of Training for the National African American Gun Association. First things first, huge shout out, Zulu Shooters Club, St. Louis, baby. I'm telling you, they hold it down. Today, we're going to have some fun. Oh, yeah, I get it. We going to shoot today. Few questions I had, I'm going to address. Home defense, different strokes, different folks, but I'm gonna go through the list and we're gonna attack this thing. We're gonna get everybody what they need. So the question was the shotgun for home defense. You already know. The good old shotgun. Yes, of course, the action is clear and nothing's in there. Gotta keep it safe, baby. So the key to the shotgun for home defense is not necessarily shotgun. It's what ammo to use. Yep. What ammo is used. Now, a lot of people don't understand that the shotgun is not only the most powerful, but the most versatile gun on the market right now. Yep, completely underrated, all the time overlooked. So, here we go. We're going to get some chances to shoot. We're going to address some ideas, some threats, some situations, and when we should not use a shotgun. Once again, this is my opinion. My opinion is not law. It's just that, and we all got one, okay? So, here we go. Let's talk about some basics. The ammo. Today I got some special stuff here. Don't tell nobody, but I got some stuff here. All right, so let's talk about slugs first. You got your basic slugs, and then you have your ballistic rounds. Yeah, gets pretty intense. Then you have your slugs that are flangeable that break up into several parts. This one breaks up into 3. Military grade double-aught buck. Shh, don't tell nobody, but it's military grade. All right, then of course the all famous birdshot. Now the issue with the shotgun in home defense is over penetration. Okay, that's a big issue. Of course, a slug is going to go through almost anything depending upon the distance. Today we're going to work on some stuff. We're going to really look at things from about the 10-yard mark, and we're going to show you exactly what this is going to do to the targets. I'm not going to do any ballistic gel for the slugs or anything else like that. We already know, don't shoot slugs in the house because it's going to go through the wall and hit grandma over there, you know, trying to enjoy her evening read and coughing. Okay, now, but the choice we're going to look at is, of course, the double-aught buck versus the birdshot inside the home. Now, of course, we know the double-aught buck is equivalent, 9-pellet, is equivalent to 9.38 rounds. Okay, shoot a 38 in your house 9 times at the same time, or 9.38s at the same time, is pretty much what you're going to get for the double-aught buck. Now, the bird, several hundred little bitty beads in there is going to come out. With the idea, we want to make sure it does not go through the drywall. However, it does neutralize that threat. All right, let's do this. Let's go ahead and take a look at the target, and then we're going to take a look at what it does to the target. We got a standard B27. I'll walk you down in a second. Standard B27, and basically what I want you to pay attention to is the spread. I'm going to go ahead and shoot a slug for you, followed by the double-aught buck, followed by the bird, and then we're going to talk about what we're doing at these distances inside the home and what you can and cannot, or what you can and will mess up. I personally am not a fan of shooting a shotgun in the house for home defense. I'm just not. However, every time I do one of these videos, every time I do a shotgun drill, I get kind of swayed to that side because it's so versatile and it's extremely violent. All right, so now let's go shoot, and then we'll come back and we'll talk about some scenarios and when we should and should not use this ammo. Okay, here we are. We're ready. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to shoot 3 rounds. Slug, double-aught buck, followed by the birdshot. What we want to do, we want to pay attention to what this ammo actually does with the spread per the distance. Now, I'm about 10 yards from the B27. Quite a bit of distance for a house. However, as if we're shooting down a hallway, I really want you to get the effect of the spread from what we got going on. Now, here we go. The slug, I'm going to put that slug close to the headshot pretty much. That way you can actually see what it does. One big 1-ounce hole. All right, and then I'm going to do the double-aught buck right in the center, and then I'm going to give you that bird shot right in the center. Double-aught buck is going to give you about a 1 inch per yard spread, okay? Now, The bird is going to give you roughly 3 inches per yard spread. So we're going to see a bigger distance. I really want you to pay attention to that because we're shooting down the hallway, and I want you to see how much damage this can do outside of your intended target if you're not careful. All right, safety first, of course, got the eyes on, got the ears in. That's why I'm talking so loud. And also, because I'm the only one on this range, I'm probably going to throw this firearm over my shoulder. No one's here but me. However, when you're on the range, never throw it over your shoulder. Always hold it down or straight up. But how do we know when to hold it down or straight up? Okay, if you're in a helicopter, don't hold it up. If you're in a rubber boat, don't hold it down. Really simple. Let's get to work. First round, slug. Second round, double out buck. Third round is the bird. I'm gonna put that slug towards the head. Buck in the center. Bird in the center. And we clear. Now, let's go talk about it, shall we? Okay, here we go. You see the slug right there in the headshot? The double out buck, here we got 9 pellets. 9 38 round pellets-ish. Okay, and as you can see, my wad went through there and did some damage. Yes, the plastic's gonna come out there and do some damage. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's about a 10-inch spread, depending upon what brand you use. See that? Now, the bird shot. The bird shot covered from here, all the way to here, down here, and even up there. Okay, so we got a good spread in that. So I want you to really understand that when you're shooting a shotgun in the house, it can do a lot of damage. This 1 ounce slug, oh my God, it's gonna go through the wall, maybe the next house. I'm pretty much gonna guarantee you it just might hit the next house unless you got a serious brick metal, good house built up right there. Now, double out buck, I'm gonna lean towards the double out buck today. You know what I mean? Simply because not too much of a spread, not too much over penetration, okay, and the bird shot. Now, let's clear up a theory. Within about 5 yards, you will notice the double out buck and the bird will permit the same damage. All right, let's go back to the lab and talk about some more. Oh, wow. Yeah, that was fun. Let me back this up a little bit. That was a lot of fun. Yeah, it's hot out here too. So here we have it. Now we got a better understanding of what this ammo is going to do. So now we want to talk about situations. Like the situation I have right now. I'm talking extremely loud because I forgot to take my hearing protection out. There we go. That's a lot better. Now, situation. Okay, let's deal with it. If you're in the house, I say, this is just my personal opinion, I say use a bird shot. You have to worry about over penetration. You know, even if you got a good, decent distance, you know, you won't kill innocent bystanders. True enough, you may not actually kill the threat or eliminate the threat per se, but at a decent enough distance you can, but at least you'll be able to defend your house. Double out buck, let's just say they're doing a good old camp meeting or revival. They're doing the revival right across the street from your house. You go outside and you say, hey guys, I appreciate the revival, but can you please not burn the cross in my yard? In that case, I say we switch to double out buck. You see what I'm saying? Kind of clear the place out just a little bit. That's going to give you a greater range and a little bit more oomph behind your trigger. All right. So, and of course, the slug that's, you're shooting a bear or something like that, we're good. So I really want you to pay attention to the threat itself when you load it up. Now, me personally, this is what I do. I'm not going to lie. It is what it is. In my side saddle, you'll see one of these. And you'll see one of these. And then you'll see my military grade double out buck. I'm not going to play with the bird shot. Because if I got to pull my shotgun out, we're going to get a corner something to do. Hey, this is O, Body by O, Assistant Director, Trainer, National American Gun Association. We love y'all. We out. Find a way.